Hey, what's up, everybody? Today we'll be doing a analysis and review on Batman by Scott Snyder, book one or book set one. Um, Now, this is the first of three, as you can see, that I'll be putting out. I'm debating on whether to put them at the same time or hold off on putting them at the same time. More than likely, you're going to see them up around the same time. But yeah, this is the front, in the spine, and the back. Interestingly, this book set is retailing for really expensive on Amazon. I just checked. I'm going to price check every book and book set I do, just in case like you go to buy it from this review and you're like, what the hell? Why is it so expensive? I have no idea why. This one is now retailing on Amazon for $107. When I got it, it was like $40. Don't know why it's so expensive. But yeah, here is, I'm going to break this bad boy open. This collects the Court of Owls, the City of Owls, and the Death of the Family. All very good stories, and the thing I like about this set is each book is has its own interesting variant cover, but I think they're from issues, like they're unique covers, but they're still from issues just like any other, trade paperback. Now, this is not only a review on the book set, but like I said, the books themselves. The box set is pretty nice. My only problem with it, I've had a problem with all three of the box set, is that the top and bottom, it's like they super glued the paper, and it seems like it's peeling off rather easy. So if you do get this, just be prepared for that. Just don't move it around a lot. Yeah, set it up and set it up good. Set it up once. But yeah, it's a nice looking box set. Has a kind of a shiny. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, it has like a shiny kind of reflection here, and then like a matte feeling here, which is pretty cool. But yeah, onto the books. First one we got is The Court of Owls, which is one of Scott Snyder's first Batman books, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And one of his best story arcs. Court of Owls and City of Owls are just amazing story arcs that branched off into plenty of other stories. But yeah, this is an excellent book. Definitely pick it up if you haven't. This is one of the only comics that I'd be willing to pick up like an absolute for, or a hardcover for both of the stories. But yeah, I would say my only gripe with this whole set, now this is for all three of the sets, is that the paper is rather cheap. It feels like the whole set is specifically made for, like, the books are made for this set, but it feels like the paper is just cheap trade paperback paper, which is a bit disappointing. But if you're not some crazy collector that likes high quality things, like deluxe editions or absolutes, then this book is perfectly fine. It substitutes perfectly fine. But if not, then I get the hardcover version of these books. But yeah, this book is definitely worth it. That's the only kind of complaint I have about this box set. But other than that, yeah, it's totally worth it. But I would definitely go any other place but Amazon. I'm pretty sure other places but Amazon sell this, because like I said, I don't know why the retail price is so expensive. I honestly don't know whether this is out of print or not. This box set's out of print or not. But yeah, on to the City of Owls. Another great storyline. Continuation, and the continuation of the Court of Owls, obviously. I don't want to go too, like I said, I don't want to go into spoilers. If you would like me to do a spoiler review, just let me know in the comments. I'll do a review for Court and City of Owls at the same time. But this is another great story by Scott Snyder. Highly recommend it, obviously. Same paper quality. Like I said, the paper quality goes across for like all the it goes across for all the volumes. I think there's 10 volumes in total in all these box sets. But yeah, like I said, very good story. And you also get some Harper story, which leads into another Bat family character. Don't want to get too into that, but it leads into Batman Eternal, which I will be doing a review on once I finish that series, because I haven't yet read the entire Batman Eternal. I've read the first 2 volumes, haven't started on the 3rd yet. It's pretty good, but we're not here to review that. Here's the cover to box set, pretty cool. Oh, and look at that, both the covers, boom. That's cool. Anyway, Greg Capullo's artistry, illustration in a whole, but especially in work with Scott Snyder, is just phenomenal. Don't mean to dish Frank Miller under the bus or anything like that for his work, but I do prefer Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo over Frank Miller just because of the artwork. I know it's a loud debate whether you're a Scott Snyder boy or a Frank Miller boy, but I think I'm going to lead in the direction that I'm more for Scott Snyder, just because the artwork is way better. Like, Frank Miller is weird. Like, sometimes he has really good artwork, and then sometimes he's really, really not good artwork. So, don't mean to dish you, Frank Miller. Your stories are amazing, but Scott Snyder's stories are just as good with better art. So, yeah. Now that we're off that tangent, we are on Batman: Death of the Family. This is a pretty good story arc. There's a few things I didn't like, or there's just one thing I really didn't like, and that was just the fact that there wasn't a death at all. There was so much hype up for this story, and I was so hyped to read the story because I thought something big was going to happen, but it was just like, I mean, it really, without getting too much into spoilers, I mean, nothing, as I recall, I haven't read this comic in a little bit, but nothing too major happened. I'm trying to skip, I don't want people to see the end too much, but nothing too major happened. It was a great Joker story. I don't think it should have been hyped up as it was, but it was good. Like, it was good, it was solid, but just disappointed at what I thought it was going to be. There wasn't any deaths at all. There wasn't any, it's not some major, not like a Death in the Family story. It's, and don't get this confused with Death in the Family, because Death in the Family is a completely different story, comic book that I do plan to review after I actually own it. But yeah, good story. I like the design of Joker. Definitely an interesting design. I love the art. I love the cover, with him with the Robin kind of coat on, and the Robin mask. Very cool. I also love this Joker right here, the one where he's in his Joe's Garage outfit. I seen a Funko Pop of that. I kind of want to get that. But yeah, overall, I'd give this story probably like an 8 out of 10. Does miss the mark a few times. The story seems to, for me at least, the story seemed to drag out a little bit, even though it's really not that long of a comic book. I feel like it could have been shortened. But other than that, it's a good read. All Scott Snyder are pretty much all good reads. Even when Jim Gordon took over as Batman for that brief weird time, it was still good. I will admit that. Even though you wouldn't think it would be good, it was still pretty good. I also plan to get the Detective comics from the New 52. I have the second one because my grandma got it for me a while ago for my birthday, but I really hope I'm able to get them sometime, just because they've gotten so much more expensive over time, the hardcovers especially. Like $30 I think for the retail hardcover on Amazon, which is weird because like the hardcovers for these are like probably $13. So I hope the price does not spike. But yeah, that was book set 1 by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. Don't want to throw him into the water. He's one of the best artists of our generation. I mean, yeah, I definitely recommend this if you want to start. This is how I personally got into Batman, was Scott Snyder. City of Owls, Court of Owls. Those are the 2 stories that got me into Batman. If you want to get into Batman, these are great stories to start. But yeah, and Death of the Family is obviously a pretty good story too. But these are the 2 shining examples of Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo's masterful work. These are 2 of the best. Well, you consider these one story, but the Owl storyline is honestly one of the best stories you can read in comic format in today's like comic world. Even though it's New 52, I know New 52 is kind of shoddy sometimes. It's an amazing story. Highly recommend it. And same for Death of the Family, but these 2 especially. Overall, like I said 3 times, I would recommend this box set if it wasn't expensive. If the price does go down, and if for some reason it's if it's on retail everywhere for like $100, this set isn't worth that much. I wouldn't think it is, unless you're really avid collector and really like the fact that each set makes a well, Jesus, if I can make a bat symbol. Each set makes a bat symbol on the spines, which are pretty cool. I'd liked it if collecting all 3 of the sets would make a larger picture, but if that is a weird thing you have, then sure. But like, honestly, I'd look. Maybe, I don't know where else they would sell these. I really don't know all the comic stores. I mostly just shop on Amazon, and I go to New Dimension Comics, the actual store, that's where I get my comics. But yeah, if it's, I'd say $40 and below, I get it. That's how much I paid for this. So yeah, great. Again, you're getting your story's worth, but the quality, it's not worth $100. I'd say it's not worth more than $40. So overall set's probably about, I'd say an 8.5 out of 10. Yeah. So, like I said, I will be posting my other reviews probably simultaneously. So, if you guys want to see the other box sets, just go on my channel, look for the videos. They'll probably be there. Yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any suggestions of any comics you would like me to review, or if I don't have them, read and then review, just let me know in the comments. I will make it my mission to order them as fast as I can and read them. But yeah, really hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment for any suggestions. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Be good to each other.